masih udah siap buat recording gitu. Buat
Ini ya pas pandemi kan.
You have to write let it go, like the process.
Dia nanya maksudnya
Lu separately apa lu lu kepisah nggak bikinnya kan dia.
Iya. Maksudnya dia nanya abis ini kita masih nulisnya bakal kayak gitu lagi kan nggak album kita kan udah beres. Tinggal dirilis doang.
Sorry guys. We have to discuss.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for doing it at 9 a.m. for you.
Thank you, guys. Such an honor for us to have this. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're excited about it. It's if I'm yawning, it's not because I'm bored. It's because it's late here.
Okay. Yeah, we're pretty stoked as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So y'all just signed to Warner Music.
Oh yeah. Like a few months ago, I think. Yeah.
Damn, that is crazy. Is that so? Like, no major label has ever cared about the Wonder Years. What is it like to have a major record label like care that your band exists?
Actually, it's pretty exciting for us to be to join the label. You know, it's an opportunity for us to be more, to grow, you know, and
because this is kind of like our goals as well, you know, got like signed with major label, you know, like before we did like it with the indie label, so this thing is kind of like new for us. Yeah, for some of it, which is great. Yeah,
it seems really exciting. And they were a part of the team for the new music video that we.
Yeah, are you talking about the video music, right?
Yeah, it came out really cool. We all watched it today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. It's cool for us, like, so we've never been to Indonesia. We've done Japan twice. We've done a show in Thailand, a show in Singapore, and a festival in the Philippines. And like all of them were like so different. So like it made me curious about like what this scene is like in Jakarta. Because it was like Thailand was like super DIY. Like it was like a very like punk spot where like clearly like it kind of gave me the vibe of like when we started playing shows where it was like, it doesn't matter where it is. I just need a stage and a PA and we'll play. Like there were literally like holes in the stage. And then the Philippines was like this massive festival, like a convention. And so it's like, it made me wonder like what the punk scene is like in Jakarta.
Sir, can you answer
like
that?
Basically, it's pretty much like the same, you know. Same like Singapore, like, I think like in Thailand, yeah, we're still doing the DIY things, you know, yeah. But you guys miss Indonesia, and that's kind of like unfortunate, you know. Yeah, you guys should be like, you know, like stop over in Indonesia as well, you know, because that's really close. Singapore to Indonesia is like really close because we're neighbors.
We'll be
we would love to do it. We would love to do it.
Here.
We kind of had like for a long time we were like anywhere anyone asks us to come we will like as long as someone will pay for us to go there we'll go. Which is like
same here, bro.
We did a South American tour that was like super DIY too, and the promoter was like the only two bands that have been willing to do this tour are you guys in Title Fight. Everyone else was like afraid to do it. We're like, no, we're not afraid to go anywhere. Like we're down.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah,
we love to go places.
We've had a few friends that have been fortunate enough to go and play. I know our guitar tech used to work for this band called We Are the In Crowd that was also on Hopeless Records, and they got to play. He went with them to Jakarta and to Bandung and said it was like beautiful and had a great time, and it was like really stoked to be, you know, just somewhere new and catch a vibe. You know what I mean? So yeah, we would be so excited to go. There's a couple other places in Southeast Asia we haven't had a chance to go yet, or I'd like to go back to some of those places again too. You know, I loved Singapore. It was awesome, and you know, if you're neighbors, you know, we might as well, right? But maybe someday.
Might as well stop in, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
In. I mean, like the hard thing for me, maybe it's difficult for y'all too, is like most of the way that we communicate with fans is like on socials, right? But like if there's a language barrier, it makes it really difficult to do that. And I'm wondering, like, are you finding it challenging at all bringing your band like out of Indonesia into other markets because of language barriers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I love that. Dude, I love that. Yeah,
yeah. The language barriers, that's number one. You know, it's kind of hard. You know, yeah.
Even in our own country, you know, the
language.
Yeah, the language is always kind of hard for us to, you know, even for choosing to when you write a song, choosing between if you want to write it on Bahasa and in English, you know, it's always kind of hard to choose between that two, you know. And yeah,
Too many slang.
how do you end up making that decision?
I don't know. We're pretty lucky because when we signed with this label, you know, Warner, they give us like the freedom to, if you want to write it in English music, which is good for us, you know, we want to write an English song,
yeah.
you know, in lyrics, and yeah, so we kind of lucky, you know, because they not try to make us to, you know, just write a bahasa, you know, just write an Indonesian song, and yeah, so we did it.
So how did you guys get into this kind of music then? Like what bands like permeated Indonesia and like made it through to you?
Like for myself, I listen to kind of like old school stuff. Yeah, so we just kind of like combine like Ochin. Yeah, he listened to like probably like more like kind of like pop, like local band, like Indonesian local band. And this guy Alex,
Japanese rock.
yeah, talk, man.
I listen to Japanese rock for my reference.
Yeah. And my drummer at Conti.
I kind of like Fall Out Boy kind of stuff. So yeah,
Pop rock.
yeah. Summerlane is kind of like mix between
Every personal.
yeah.
We have a very different taste of
Taste of
music, you
music.
know, each of we guys.
So guys, tell us about your new single, Low Tide, right?
Yeah, you just realized.
Yeah, oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can listen to it. No one, people in America can't listen to it yet for another like 2
Yes,
hours.
we're lucky.
You're in the future. Low Tide. So Low Tide was I call it my pandemic song, like lyrically. That's what I'm calling it, because it's like I don't know what COVID was like for y'all. You know, for us, we were on tour when it started kind of really getting bad in America, and we had to shut down a tour and go home. And I had you know, my oldest kid wasn't 1 yet, and so it was kind of just like crazy to be like, okay, like I don't have a job, we're not allowed out of our house, and I have this like infant kid to take care of, and I was just kind of freaking out and feeling really, really dark about it. And so it's really just a song about that, about like kind of trying to navigate this like, weird very sad time in my life. But like I think the other thing about this song is like I am always one to make like, I don't know, like I think that like blue stuff is funny, like gallows humor is funny. And so like when I think we're all kind of like this, like when we're bummed, like we crack jokes about being bummed. When something terrible happens, we kind of like make it funny in a way too. And so I wanted the song to have like a little bit of like that tongue in cheek to it, of like, instead of it just being like everything is fucking awful and nothing will be good again, to try to like catch these like little moments of like absurdity of just being like, fuck, I'm never gonna keep a real houseplant alive, I suck at this. Or like just being
like
so starved. What's that?
It's more like the irony of living like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was so funny that like I was so desperate for sports that like the KBO, like the Korean baseball organization, was the only thing playing, and so I would like watch Korean baseball games in the middle of the night, and I was like, that's like kind of funny and like worth putting into the song. And the chorus was just I had stopped going and getting haircuts because I was like, it's not worth it, right? Like I'm not going to go potentially get sick and bring this home to my kids to get a haircut. And so I was just looking very stupid. And my wife was like, you've got to fix your hair. And my son wanted me to play guitar. And so I just started strumming and singing like, I'm growing out my hair because who gives a shit? And I was like, actually, that's kind of a cool chorus. Like I might use that. And so that's kind of where that came from. Josh and Nick, you want to talk about Low Tide at all?
We riffed a bit. I don't know. I mean, I thought the goal of that song was just to kind of write like a mid to upper tempo, just kind of like good emo rock song. I don't know. You know, I guess you could call it pop punk, but you know,
you call it whatever you want to call it. But
I thought we balanced the kind of. I just like the kind of back and forth with the. It kind of starts like really upbeat and like moving and like all that, and then at the end it just gets like so dark and so heavy and kind of different. It kind of like turns left, and I think it was a fun song to put together that way with like the different parts and how it developed. And it just taking like that dark turn. I thought it made it kind of interesting, and like not having another chorus and stuff was kind of cool. We just kind of like reset and had this big outro that I'm really.
I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but so that we had the kind of like a verse and a chorus, but there was no second verse. We knew that there would be another chorus, but nothing else was really done. And I had been working on it, and I came back in one day with an acoustic guitar. I played what I was like, okay, I think this should be the second verse and like the ending. And I played through it all, and I finished, and I kind of looked around the room to see if anybody liked it, and everyone was kind of quiet for a minute. Then Matt just went, "Are you all right, man? This is like a very sad song." And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'll be okay." Do you guys want to tell us about "Let It Go" and if it's if people will assume that it's a cover from the movie Frozen?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to introduce you guys with my guitar player Joe.
Hi.
He just came.
What's up, Joe?
Hi, Joe. Nice to meet
Good morning to you.
This guy always late, guys. Yeah, these guys always late.
We got
I
a
know a
couple of
guitar
those.
player like that, yeah, for sure. But it's all good.
Alright.
Because this guy live like out of nowhere. Yeah. Let it go.
Oh, you live far away?
Yeah, yeah. Lu jauh nggak tinggalnya? Jauh nggak lu tinggal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dia nanya tuh.
So about Let It Go, actually we had that song for a long time. We made it in the middle of the pandemic, so we couldn't see each other back then, and we recorded it at home, and we finished the demo at Alex's house.
And we continue it separately from our
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, because we can meet each other.
Yeah, we know that. We know that vibe.
So yeah.
And so you kind of just slowly put it together like that. Was that the first song that you did on Warner?
Yeah. Actually, we have a draft of our album. You know, we plan to make an
Draft
album,
Like full, yeah, like a level.
full-length
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So the plan was to release a single first.
Single by single, like single, like five singles. Yeah.
Into
Who's
Yeah, we
producing
know
the
about
record? Yeah, who's gonna produce?
Our friend. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Our
our
friend's
friend.
his name is Ijal and his band is called
Let It Go.
Huh?
yeah, but let it go. Let it go.
For the album or for the album or for the single?
For the album. Who's gonna produce the album?
It's gonna be
Hingga.
a friend. Yeah, Ijal.
Kamu udah mulai dikasih tahu.
Yeah.
You started to play. You started to play.
I'll figure it out right now.
Just about it.
I don't think that we can say it yet,
Yeah.
but
All good. No, you gotta
Yeah,
let
but
them, you gotta keep them waiting.
Okay.
I hear you.
Still the name is
yeah,
kind of like
who's
that.
gonna
you know?
direct the
Yeah.
music? I'm not sure that we can say that yet.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
What about Let It Go? It was produced by our friend from band called Lomba Sihir. Lomba Sihir.
Tama.
Or his name is Tama. And so yeah.
Cool. So wait, if you don't want to give away too much, can you tell me, are you gonna make the record in Indonesia, or are you gonna go elsewhere to make it?
Here.
Here.
Just-
Okay. This is a secret. It's actually a secret. Well, I was thinking about Trophy Eyes go to that studio in Thailand that they said is awesome, and that a lot of bands from like the Pacific Rim apparently go there. So I didn't know if that was an option or.
Okay.
So what's the touring goal for y'all? Are you trying to get or I guess I should ask, is Warner Music in Indonesia do they have the rights worldwide, or are you trying to have like a US label pick up the license in the States?
I'm not sure I can answer that question. Can you help me?
Dude, I'm throwing fastballs, it turns out. This is
Hey,
hard.
how about instead of that question, maybe talk about like touring and stuff. Like, are there places that you are anxious to get to go to? Hopefully you can bring your music to, you know what I mean? Like, do you want to come to the States and play? Do you want to go to Australia? Is there somewhere that you're like, I really want to go play a show
Really
XYZ? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, because that's part of our goals, you know, like tour to like around the world, probably, you know, tour with you guys, you know, who knows some days, you know. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I love that idea.
Kind of like our achievement, you know, going for like, you know, like international, you know, to play like, you know, to another countries, you know. Yeah,
Because I'm trying to think, like, are there a lot of bands from Jakarta that end up breaking like into like Australia or America or Japan?
Yeah, or do you have like friends bands that have gotten to travel, you know, like,
or would
like
you
that?
guys be the trailblazers?
Oh, I think there's a metal band called Burger Kill, right?
Burger Kill, yeah.
There's a metal band called Burger Kill. They played, I think,
Wacken,
Europe, Germany,
or Europe.
Cool.
They came,
Yeah, the Euros love metal.
yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
did I love that.
you guys are like, yeah,
Dude.
metal. It's huge. People
I
love
think,
it.
I think like Indonesia, like Indonesian bands called like Superman is Dead. They play in Warped Tour, I think.
Yeah,
Superman
Oh,
is
that's
Dead.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
That's very cool. I wonder if it was one of the years that we were on it. We did
You guys play in Warped
three
Tour
Warped
as well,
Tours?
right?
We
Yeah,
did
we
three
did,
times.
Yeah.
3 times through the Warped Tour, and I did a couple weeks of another one solo where I rode
How was
on
it?
Yellow Cards
How was it,
Bus.
guys?
How is that?
It's hot. It's good.
So
but it's
hot.
It's
No, you guys are good.
Yeah, y'all are good. Better with heat.
Warped Tour, you know,
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are good with heat, right? It's just like it's like 100 degrees and 100% humidity every day, right? You guys are on the equator, right?
exactly, yeah.
It stays hot. Yeah, you guys are built.
Stays
for it. I mean, you're
hot.
perfect
Now
for it.
we-
You know, so
Warped Tour is a cool tour, but it's like legitimately like physically taxing because like every city is, I would say, 8 hours away, and so you got to get there at 7 a.m, load in, set up. You're in the heat all day. It finishes at like, you know, you can leave at like 11 o'clock at night, and then you drive 8 hours and do it again the next day in a new city. And it's just it's also really, really long. So it's like, it's very cool. It's cool to be a part of like kind of this weird traveling circus of people.
Mhm.
And it's cool to see like this little tiny city pop up every day. And it's obviously, it's great to play for everybody, but it definitely like takes a toll on your body. Like Warped Tour took years off my life. No questions about it. Like it's taxing.
yeah, I'm glad I did it when I was that age and nobody's asking me to do it now. You know what I mean? I don't have the strength for it anymore, but it was really a wild opportunity. And you also got the chance to meet a lot of other really talented bands and crew people and photographers and, you know, sound engineers. And it's a cool place to make friends and to make connections. And you wind up touring with some of those people again. And it's a cool jumping off point. For your career. It's pretty dope.
It's awesome.
It was awesome. We also had that kind of music festival here, like called Jack Club, right?
Yeah.
Same vibe with like Warped Tour, but sadly, now it's just a clothing fest without the music. So there's no music anymore.
They normally like combine with music with clothing line.
Yep.
But not anymore.
Okay.
So they just stop the music. So they just going with the clothing line.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
Yeah.
sad.
So what kind of venues do y'all end up in? I saw that you played like a record or like a release show for Let It Go recently. It was in the press release. It was like
Hard Rock.
Yeah. Dia ngomongin tentang hard rock.
Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
oh, is that a Hard Rock Cafe? That's cool.
But you like played, there was like a venue there.
Yeah.
It's like a rock
Yeah,
club.
because
So like,
it's like it's probably like the one in Vegas. It's like
oh right.
remember we
Yeah.
did that one in Vegas that was like because like some of the Hard Rock cafes here are just restaurants. Like there is no stage.
Really?
So I was like,
This restaurant?
Yeah.
After,
Yeah,
Wow,
no,
like-
it's like a place you go like buy like you get like a beer and a hamburger and shit like downtown. Like
it's like
but like there's one in Las Vegas. Las
Yeah.
Vegas, there's like it's a really big rock club. It's like maybe 800 or 1,000 cap, and that one has like an actual rock venue in it, which is cool. But
we did that one once. We were on tour with Newfound Glory and we were playing and the power cut out like halfway through a song. Like the whole PA went down. It's just silence. And we were like, okay, someone's going to fix this, right? But the guy whose job it would have been to fix that was like taking a smoke break outside. And so it was like legitimately like 5 minutes of just silence in the middle of our set. And then I think we led the crowd on a sing-along through Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, which was actually a lot of fun. That's like that's a memory for me. That really made a memory.
So guys, I wanna ask you about you guys being together in a band for like 10 years, right?
Longer, man.
So much longer.
17?
Or
17
17 years. Yeah.
So
I mean, I've been playing music with
Dan.
Dan for too long.
Sorry?
I've been playing music with Dan for, I don't know,
20
almost
plus
20
years.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was in my first band with our other guitar player Casey when we were 11 and 12, which is more than 20 years ago at this point. So yeah, we know each other a long time.
This guy is 20 years old. This guy.
20 years old.
So as long as you've been alive, we've been playing music together.
I've been dealing with Casey's bullshit since before you were born. You know what I mean?
So wait, what was we cut him off. What was the question though? We've been a band for a long time.
Yeah. Are there any secret ways of how you guys handle each other and get along so far? So we can
From you guys.
from you guys.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because like I don't really know what the secret is because we do want to murder each other sometimes, like no doubt. It's,
I mean, if I
don't
give
know,
you
they're
advice, 6 members is bad, but you can talk to
Yeah.
the other ones when you're mad.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right.
that's
So
good.
there's 5 of you, right? So like one of you gets mad at the other one, you peel off, right? You kind of go in a set of 2, calm down, take it easy. That's the one nice thing about 6, right? Like if I'm fed up with Dan, I can be like, Nick, let's get a coffee. Like we got to go do something else, right? And then you can kind of cool down and then like come back. But yeah, you got to talk it out, but you're gonna like get into it. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen, but it's about like being measured and being cool and not, saying something you can't unsay.
What's your biggest motivation? I think for you guys to still play music
I think that
together.
I think that the thing that reminds me most often that like, yeah, we want to do it is when we get on stage, like just to be on a stage and playing for people that love the songs that you made is kind of like, you can't recreate that anywhere else in life. And so even when we're getting like, even if we get fed up with one another or like am mad about something stupid, it kind of starts to seem small when you walk on a stage and you're like, oh, there are several thousand people here who like really want to hear us play tonight. Like that's kind of special. And so,
I mean, I was
Go
just gonna say that doesn't even have to be that many, because like even when it was like less people and it was so much harder, it was like, this is a thing I care deeply about. You know what I mean? Like making these songs is a thing it's genuine. Like I fucking mean it. You know what I mean? And this is the chance to express myself. You know what I mean? And yeah, it feels really good when there are a couple thousand people there, but it also felt really good when there was fucking 38 and you convinced like 18 of them that it was a good idea to fuck with the record. You know what I mean? So like, that's the dragon you're chasing. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Is like,
and I also think that probably goes into like, how do you not kill each other is like knowing that like everybody, whether they're pissing you off or not, is committed to making it great. And so it's like, yeah, maybe it's annoying, but at least I know that like we're chasing the same goal. I think that if some of the guys like clearly didn't give a fuck about it, it would be a lot harder to forgive their, like, if I was like not showing up for things and being a dick, it would be a lot easier to be like, all right, well, that guy doesn't give a shit about being in this band, but like everyone really cares about doing it and like wants to be great. And I think that's the kind of the standard we hold ourselves to, is like, when you walk on stage, like, no more fucking around. We're here to be great. We're here to do a really fucking good job because people paid to see you and it's time to deliver. And as long as everyone's doing that, it's hard to hold any sort of grudges.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, guys?
Now we know.
Thank
Wait,
you.
what did I do? Now we know.
Is that what you said? Yeah, I thought that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Now
the
we know.
secret.
Every day we
It's
learn.
also an outrageous amount of luck. Is the other things that has
Really
you
lucky.
just gotta want it, and we realize how lucky we are to get to make another record and keep playing more shows, and it's about embracing that opportunity too. You know what I mean? So
what else I just
enjoy
realized
it.
is like part of, I think, what the secret sauce is for us is that we're fucking boring. Like, we're just like we're not like doing drugs and like we're like very low key people who will like calmly read after a show. And I think that helps not having these kind of like blowout fights, is we're all pretty like even people.
Okay. Do you want to ask some questions, sir?
Yeah. For a punishment, you should ask something.
Can wait hear the upcoming album?
Can who hear it?
Yeah, the new album.
How's the writing?
Yeah.
How's the writing and the recording process of your new album, guys?
Oh, okay, yeah. Nick, do you maybe want to talk about where we recorded the drums and stuff? I think that might be a cool story to tell.
Yeah, so we got to record drums and I guess finalize the pre-pro. We did it at Studio 606, which is like the Foo Fighters studio.
Wow.
Yeah, we worked on the Sound City console, like that's like the drums and the entire record. Like we were using just like Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins like personal drums. It was a bit of a humbling experience to be in a room like that, just to be like, oh, okay, this is like, you're not fucking around in here. This is real right now. And I mean, we only got to spend 5 days there, which I wish we had way more time there. But I don't know, that room was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous room to get to record in and to like work in, and to go there was definitely like, you're kind of in the, you can feel the talent like vibing through the room, you know what I mean? Because of everybody that's been there, and it was really sick to get to go work in there.
Yeah, that was really cool. We did 9 songs there with Steve Evans producing, and Steve produced a lot of our earlier stuff too. He did Greatest Generation and Suburbia, No Closer to Heaven. And then we also did 3 songs at Studio 4 with Will Yip producing. And Will, man, I don't even know what to say about Will anymore. Like, he's produced so much shit that's like incredible, but like Will's done everything: Turnstile, Title Fight, Tiger's Jaw, Menzingers, Code Orange, Starting Line. So like getting to work with like these like 2 really talented producers that are also our like close friends is great. 'Cause it's like, not only are they incredible, but there's no feeling each other out process. It's like, these are our homies. So if they want to tell us something, they'll just tell us. And like, I'm not going to take it the wrong way, which is cool. It streamlines the process a lot when you feel that comfortable with somebody.
That's great.
So you guys said we had to write kind of distantly during the pandemic. That's how a lot of our record got written. Like, you guys wrote, your new song, Let It Go, kind of separately, right? Have you done more writing like that? Or have you got to all be together to write more for whatever's coming next for you?
Actually, the songs is already there, for about that album planning. We already had that songs like 10 until
12,
15
yeah.
songs, I guess. Yeah. We already done that. So
Okay, dope.
yeah, we just udah siap buat recording gitu. Buat rilis
Dia nanya pas pandemi kan.
Pandemic.
Iya,
How to write the
Ya.
let it go, like the process.
Dia nanya maksudnya
Lu separately apa lu
ada-
bisa nggak timnya kata dia.
Iya.
maksudnya dia nanya abis ini kita masih nulisnya bakal kayak gitu lagi kan nggak
Iya.
album kita kan udah beres
Iya.
tinggal dirilis doang.
Sorry guys. We have to discuss it.
Hey.
Kind of like
Okay, guys.
West.
Yeah, guys, that you're no, that's fine. You're I'm out of the loop. You know what I mean? You guys are speaking a couple different languages. You guys doing all the heavy lifting. You know what I mean? You're helping us out.
Yeah.
So it's all good. You got to talk. You got to figure out your answer. That's
We're
fine.
the ones that can only
You
speak
guys
one
are-
language.
Yeah, you guys are killing it. You guys are doing great. Don't sweat us, man. Fucking.
Kita udah selesai. Oh, sebenarnya tinggal rilis doang. Tinggal masuk ke recording. Maksudnya lagunya tuh udah ada. Gitu. Coba.
So the song is already done. So it's kind of like the process that we write the song is kind of like we have like a different method, like the let it go. I think Ochin, I think you wrote the songs, right? Yeah, almost like 70% he wrote the songs. And yeah, this guy 70% wrote the song. This guy's like 10%. This guy 10%. This guy's like how many percent? I only did like 5%, guys. So I done nothing at all, zero, guys. Yeah. So I just zip, you know.
Yeah. We finished our songs during the pandemic. We did it separately.
Okay.
We did it separately, and we already we were ready to record.
Recording,
Yeah,
recording again. Yeah,
To record it
Okay.
into the final, maybe into the final record. Yeah, like that.
Dope.
That's cool. How long have you guys known each other?
Gimana bisa kenal?
So it's kind of like a long journey actually. Like
It's pretty recent, right?
because I'm first like I met Joe. Yeah, so the original member is Joe and me. Yeah, the original from the first time. Yeah, we started a band like Summerlane. Yeah, the OG one like me and Joe, and then the rest of the guy. I think Bonti, the drummer.
Alex
Just join you guys
Alex
first.
kan ini duluan.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's the additional player
He used to
first.
play.
Yeah.
He used to play as a.
Yeah, he's like begging.
No, I'm not
"Please,
begging.
guys,
I'm not begging with these guys.
I
No,
wanna
no, no,
join
no.
with you
No,
guys.
I'm not begging with these guys to
I
join
know,
the band
guys,
now.
I know.
No.
Yeah, he used to play bass as an additional player, and then he's the first between me, Bonti, and Alex. He's the first to join these two guys, and then Bonti joined the band, but sadly the old singer,
Dennis,
left
yeah.
the
Former
band.
singer. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the biggest, like, I would say
Transition.
it's kind of hard when the our first vocalist left the band. Yeah, it's kind of like already like built the image. So then these guys fill the gap. I mean, like fill in for the vocalist, from our former vocalist.
There's a timeline where when you guys have no singer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm the latest member joining these guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it was
Cool.
2019.
2019, yeah.
So yeah, I know these guys pretty recently. Not that.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Well,
I
you're
know,
getting
yeah.
along famously, so you could have
Yeah.
told me you've known each other a lot longer. So
Kita kenal udah lama. Yeah. It's kind of like funny though. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, I gotta wake up early with my kids tomorrow, and it is getting late here. Do you have any like last questions for us?
I don't know. Any advice for us to?
Kapan kesini aja?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I would say like
You guys
see,
plan to come to Indonesia sometime soon, or?
yeah. So okay, so two questions there. Do we want to come to Indonesia? Yes. Tell someone to invite us to Indonesia. We will come. We would love to do it. And
you
then
can connect
as far
Warner
as-
Music with our manager, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay, that's step one.
Good
Okay.
stuff.
Step two.
And then two, the question about advice is like, make shit you want to hear. right? Like, don't make music that you think someone will like, because people can see through bullshit. People can tell if the thing you're making is because you want to be popular. You have to make something that you believe in and that you feel is like, so we try to write songs that we would like. And like, I don't think it's impossible to write songs that you like, that your fans are also going to like. I think that that's like, people get caught in this idea that like, if the fans like it, it must be bullshit, and which is stupid, right? Like, your fans are dope. They're awesome. Like, you should make music they like, but you should also make sure you're making music that you believe in, because people see through bullshit really quickly.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
That's my big advice. Oh, and for the singer, drink a lot of water and go to bed first. That's what you got. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, hey, how do you not blow your voice out? You do such stupid shit with it every night. And I'm like, as soon as we finish, I drink a bunch of water and then I go right to bed, because you just got to stay hydrated and rest. So that's my advice to you.
That's how you save your voice. Yeah. DC, there you go.
Do you have any advice for us when we come to Indonesia?
Yeah. Is there something we got to do or something we got to eat? What's first thing off the plane? What are we doing?
You should try.
Advice. You should hati-hati apa ya?
Be careful.
Careful of the traffic jam here in Jakarta. So yeah,
Like we already late.
yeah.
Like for me, you guys just fuck it.
Come here, guys.
Yeah.
We'll be your
Wander
guide.
into the city. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
you show us the ropes. We'll be over. You take us around.
Exactly.
All right.
We'll
Fuck yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for waking up early and doing it.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah. Congratulations on your new song and your video, man. You guys did great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.